the crack, Tom and Jack having a crack.
Welcome to Tom and Jack having the crack. Every week we sit down with some comics, have some crack. This week we have Adam Kumas.
Hello.
And Mr. Ali Woods.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
I'm bringing it back.
Force.
How long were you sitting on that for?
I'm not on the way in, man. I mentioned a few comics. What have I opened with this? I'm absolutely smashed.
Almost 30,
No
this guy.
one's replied since then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I tell them to ignore you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
They
were
don't reply back. I messaged late at night. But how's it going? How was it tonight, mate?
Needy.
And they don't message you back?
Yeah, I messaged me.
No.
You always message back, Jack. You
Oh, I always
consistently
consistent.
send
Yeah. You're a 24-hour message. Do you know what I mean? You're like the NHS or I'm calling an
No, he
ambulance.
sees
Do you know
it.
what I mean?
He sees
you
the
get a
message.
reply 24 hours later.
Yeah. He sees it and he goes, I'm going to respond to that later. So he does see them, he just
Yeah, I
ignores
see
you.
them if it's not important, so if it's something from like, you get to I'll reply quite quickly. But
Yeah.
It's not because Tom wears a cardigan. You think he's important.
That's it.
That's why Tom wears a cardigan.
Commands respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fucking cheers anyway.
Cheers,
Friday
lads.
Friday
Cheers,
afternoon.
lads.
I
I know.
the allegations, but here we are.
Here we are.
Done. Here we go.
We're back.
Nice.
Oh, back, yeah.
We're doing
Light.
it. Everyone's out on remand.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I'm be on my best behaviour today.
So you don't edit this, right?
No.
God.
It's being streamed to Japan right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Editing is very hard, like, and it doesn't make a lot of difference, does it?
That sums up your attitude, I think, doesn't it? Yeah.
Every great ever has always said that.
Yeah, why edit it?
No
You know,
one edited. No one edited
Shit,
it.
what?
Listen, I think the best TV show was it
Loose Women, I think,
TFI
isn't it?
Friday. They never edited that, did they? And that was part of what was the appeal of it, like.
TFI Friday.
TFI Friday, yeah.
Down with the kids.
I don't know what that is. Never heard that in my life.
This is the table. This is like the table from TFI Friday. We can do the
Never
thing, you
heard
know,
of
where
that show in my life.
Did you never hear of it?
No.
Fucking hell, I'm old, man.
You've been pulling some references last couple of weeks because I think last week we had like a couple of 80s TV show references or something as well.
You watch TV today, though, don't you? You watched it.
Watching stuff.
Or did culture just stop for you?
This woman on the radio, she's brilliant. What's on her.
Have you seen the drag act Queerlin? Have you done a gig with him yet? Oh, fucking amazing. Have you?
No.
Oh, superb.
What gig was that? You?
Monkey Business Cabaret.
Going up in the world.
No shock there. No shock there. What do you do after you can't come on after a drag act? Because drag act's quite bombacious.
I kind of like it because it suits me because they get the energy. I love going after him because he gets the energy like just electric, breaks all the ice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Throws croissants at people.
Right.
Yeah. I like it. I think if you're high energy, it works. If you're not high energy, you're in massive trouble, like, you know, because they usually finish with a sing song, and you can tell when you go on stage, they're still wanting to sing. You know what I mean?
You come on being like, so I have severe trauma.
Oh yeah.
It's my show.
Now you can really. There was one night. Oh God, I can't remember why now. I was in a bad mood, and I did crowd work instead of doing material.
Well, since you brought a croissant with you to eat later,
At a cabaret night, and Martin was messaged me after. He was like, "My audience, you know, they're very vulnerable."
Isn't it always? I suppose it's always a new audience for the first time.
You were,
I know, right?
It's mostly
Like-
repeat business.
you were very aggressive. Like, I'm a 5'6" man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you were too aggressive. Do you know what I mean?
Give some audiences though. Jack,
I
when
was
you're not-
just-
when you're not feeling them.
I just wasn't feeling it. I can't remember. I had a lot of. It took me ages to get there, and I just was fed up. The only bit that was kind of funny.
Tough job, innit?
There was one guy.
Rolled
though.
out of bed at 6.
There was one guy at the back of the room when I came off stage, and he almost didn't want anyone to see it. He just sort of hit me on the leg, and he went, "I thought that was brilliant."
Oh, those moments only happen when everyone else doesn't feel the same way.
do you know what happened? Oh God!
There's also
Oh, my
there's always
God.
some guy who's also like, yeah, that was
Don't worry,
brilliant.
mate. Yeah.
You look
You just starting
Do
out.
you want to see a dog fight or something?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Some
I'm
weird dude at the back.
Yeah.
Some of the audience you want.
Don't worry, mate. I hate them as well. Who?
Yeah.
The voices.
Oh, I can't say it. Can't say it.
I love the back and forth
Jesus.
with that lady. What lady?
Exactly.
Yeah, do you want some cat? Do you want some cat?
Good.
But this will actually make it sound a lot worse. One of the things that happened was I started off and there wasn't many people laughing, and then a few people started talking, and it was a small enough room. So then I started going around the room asking people, and what I discovered was there was a lot of people. Like there was a couple from Holland, and the man could speak English, but the woman couldn't speak English. See, they were going for a drag act. Like you don't need to know English if you're at a cabaret drag act. And then there was a group of girls from Italy, and none of them could speak English. So I then
That is Besseman. Yeah.
That sounds like-
So-
That is
then,
Besseman's audience.
And then if you don't,
People who don't understand what the night is. Come to the dance show. And it comes out. Who the fuck are you?
and also like if you have limited English, my accent's very hard to understand.
Oh, we
so
know.
then I started.
We know.
You've been reading the comments.
I thought you were going to say.
Can you believe?
English like me.
I went to elocution as a child. What a waste of money was that? Like,
Fire that woman.
Like I was completely incoherent before that.
I would have liked you as a sign language act. Like you just ended up doing sign language instead.
I think your diction's quite good. Your diction's quite good.
Thank you, Ali.
Not funny, but you're just very clear.
Not many people say that. Like I get picked up a lot for. I did those gigs in Paris, and people came up to me afterwards, and they said a few
like,
people
what are
said to
you?
me it took them a couple of minutes to actually understand.
Oh, it's funny. You could watch people tuning in.
Yeah.
They're like, this is different to what we usually are on this stage. I think it is so brave of him to try.
He's so cute.
Mentally,
Issues?
not
Because
there, but
his
You like the
vocabulary
croissant
is,
bit?
narrow. Yeah, and he's pronounced croissant like an absolute cunt twice.
elocution lessons. What do you do?
Elocution, you know, how now, brown cow, you know, this kind of stuff.
And how much they charge for that?
I don't know, my parents were paying for it. Like,
Why was that? Did you have because a speech and language therapist? Did you actually struggle with like basic?
no.
sentence structure?
My mother sent me because she was trying to be posh. Do you know what I mean? I went to piano as well. Like I went to everything.
Never would have known.
Yeah,
Just one of those things.
Yeah.
When did you get to give up piano?
I fucking hated piano. I got to about grade 1 or 2. Did you do it?
I did piano. Yeah.
You know the first book.
No, same. I was like,
You know the first book. It's like primary, preliminary, and elementary.
Yeah.
And some people just do 1 year of that and then they're straight to grade 1. Like
Yeah.
I did all 3 of them. All I remember is the woman had this stick and she'd hit my fingers. Stop banging my piano! Stop banging my piano! You're gonna put it out of tune, and I'm there, boom, boom, boom. I think I'm fucking like in Queen or something. Do you know what I mean?
Jack's like, you know your piano lessons where you get beaten as a kid.
Yeah. I remember those. Yeah.
Abuse the piano. That's how bad you are.
Stop banging my piano!
God's judging you.
Yeah. Piano is weird. Like it's cultish. Like there's a great movie actually about the piano teacher.
Pianist, great
The
film.
pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not that one.
Sad.
Not that one.
Yeah, I thought
That's
that was
good.
really bad.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's another.
Great piano flick, that one.
There's a French one. There's a French movie.
boring.
I think they were in
Um,
France in the pianist.
Michael Haneke, and it's about the French teacher like self-harms, and she completely loses it because she's such a control freak with the kids. And I was watching it going, yeah, I can fucking relate to this. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She ends up cutting.
How was her elocution though? How was her diction? Was it good?
The woman who did the elocution, yeah, she was English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not a professional in.
Do you know what I mean? That's how
Someone who speaks the
patronising-
correct language.
That's how patronised we are. You're sending people over to teach us how to speak.
Yeah.
And we're fucking paying them. Do you know what I mean? We're like, no, she's great. Like,
That's
you know,
some
she's
trauma
from
right there.
England.
Yeah.
Imagine that happening the other way, like someone from Ireland
Coming over to teach you. Yeah.
trees.
That's how banter is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, this is how you have some crack.
Yeah.
Is how you have practice. Yes, that was the elocution.
What's this podcast about then? What do you
The news, Ali.
Jeez.
Have you been reading the news? Have you?
Yeah.
He doesn't comment on it. That's not his brand. He likes to keep
Yeah.
it very
I'm like
neutral.
the Queen. I'm like the Queen.
Yeah.
I wish
But he won't say
everyone
anything
was.
about the Queen.
Never.
He'll say yes, Queen, but he doesn't have any opinions on the
What,
Queen.
the
anymore.
Queen is
great.
never explain, never complain. Isn't that her? To be vacuous,
Sounds
so
quite
that
toxic if I'm
anyone can
honest.
put
Yeah.
anything they believe
Explain, never complain
onto
is
you.
another new comedy night.
Yeah, never explain, never. That's a great night for a comedy night. Never explain, never complain.
Specimen spin-off gig, actually.
Yeah, Comedy Unleashed spin-off. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, the news then.
So, what, are there any? Because you're always big on every week.
Yeah, what's
You
going
really
on in the
don't.
news? Yeah, Biden had his thing, his speech.
State of the Union.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's doing the right stuff.
But he posted. You see him? He posted the classic comedian photo before the State of the Union.
What was that?
He posted a plate of cookies, his speech, and a cup of coffee, like getting ready.
Oh,
Getting
wow.
ready, yeah.
It's like the classic thing like we all do before a show. Like,
Yeah.
Someone doing.
I know.
doing
Yeah.
that for him. If you gave him money, all right, just throw it around.
Those cookies are pre-chewed as well. He's not eating them. He doesn't have the teeth for that.
reformed.
Missed out the blender on the left.
They've got like a pigeon who like just regurgitates into his mouth, I think.
But it shows you how hard politics is, because when you get someone who does the right stuff, they're so attackable. Do you know what I mean? And the type of personality that's hard to question, like the sort of crazy person that you don't question, like
Yeah.
they're usually shite.
You're a
Yeah.
fan of Biden then? Big fan?
Oh yeah, big fan of Biden. Yeah.
Have you,
But
seen,
it's-
have you seen the video of him where he just sort of says, you know, we can sum up America in one word, and then he just goes, and he just has his face.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And everyone just goes, yeah, fucking nailed it, mate. Actually, that is America in one.
But like politics is about policy, like so. What he's doing from a policy point of view is good.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
He's got
like
some good values there.
the debt loan
Yeah.
forgiveness was good and things. But do you think he's because they're going to drop Kamala Harris is the rumor from the
Really?
yeah because she's just been like
Quiet.
quiet,
No one knows
very
who she is.
unliked.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be Biden Trump round 2 like UFC rematch.
I don't think he'll run. I don't think he'll run.
You don't think
second
he
time.
will?
No, he's too. I don't think he
Go
will.
on.
I
Who,
think
Biden?
I don't
Biden?
think he will. Yeah, I think
Why
he
not?
because of his age.
His cognitive
Is he
abilities.
younger than Biden?
Then who?
Trump is younger than Biden.
Oh no, you're
Yeah,
saying
no,
Biden.
but I don't
will
think Biden will run again, and I don't
No, he
think Trump
can't.
will get the nomination.
You know, well, yeah, DeSantis is their big guy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's I mean that's made less sense.
Have you seen this
Why
other
would you
guy?
go for it again though? If you already got it, like you've already like
Yeah.
what's it? 78 and 82 is not as big a difference, you know. So you might as well just go for it again. Like you've been president for 8 years. That's crazy. It's like you never get that chance again.
Well, he's going to die soon. Of course, he's not going to get the chance again, and you can't run again. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
There's
Why
lot-
is it already there? Why not
There's
do it,
lots of
like-
things Joe Biden's never going to do again.
but it's
Drink
very
coffee and stands together and eat a cookie.
It'd
Yeah,
be
yeah,
very
yeah.
physically demanding. Like it'd be very difficult.
Yeah.
But he's tough, isn't he? Like,
My
You can
favorite.
do it all online by that.
Are we talking about Biden still?
yeah.
He's tough.
As a human being. Yeah, he's a tough.
Physically
human
or
being.
mentally?
Both. Yeah. You know his backstory, like with the car crashes and all that.
He's been in a few, has he?
No.
Yeah.
Few dead girls in lakes.
What was it? Was it his
Sniffs them
his first wife died in a car
Yep,
crash,
that's
and
right, yep.
and one of his children, wasn't it?
Yep, one of his kids.
And then he commuted 2 hours he commuted
buying all these
to
cars.
work. Yeah. He's overcome
And
a
he's
lot
good
of
because of
difficult
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got through it all. Anyway,
Do you
fuck.
identify him as Irish? Did you feel like it?
He identifies as Irish. Yeah. But we call them all Irish. Fucking Obama was Irish. You know? As far as we're concerned, they're all Irish.
Explain that because he visited. Where did he go? Tipperary.
Who Obama went to a place called Moneygall in Offaly.
Right.
Yeah, and Obama's Irish ancestry and
Serious
Biden's,
point now,
right,
yeah.
and Biden's,
I can see it actually.
they both
Obama's Irish ancestry.
they both left Ireland at the same time, and you know Ronald Reagan came to Ireland once and they named a pub after him.
Yeah. Barry something.
I don't know where that was.
Yeah.
It's the Ronald Reagan, isn't it?
It's called the Ronald Reagan. Yeah.
Pretty simple name actually.
But obviously
yeah.
JFK was the big one, but Biden is as Irish as JFK. Like, you know.
You're gonna build statues of Biden as well.
No,
There's a statue
we're
of
not.
JFK, isn't there?
We're not going to. Do you know what Ireland did about JFK? Is there? Yeah, I think there might be actually. I'm not certain. There could be. I'll tell you a funny one though. There was an Irish guy who went to Argentina years ago, right? And he set up the Argentinian Navy, and he's a big hero in Argentina, right? And during the Celtic Tiger in Ireland agreed to buy a replica of the ship
Okay.
off Argentina. Argentina was poor, and they had their economy collapsed, and they asked Ireland would they help out, and Ireland was like,
their economy collapsed. Fucking hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
That's another story, another time.
But so they were like, so Ireland said, listen, I don't know how it was negotiated. I don't know who came up with the idea, but
Tell
anyway,
me
basically
what I know.
Ireland was going to buy this replica ship of Argentina, and halfway through them building it, the Irish economy collapsed, and Ireland rang up Argentina and was like, here, listen, we're not buying that ship now. Sorry about that.
Brutal.
Yeah, geez, Argentina's in a mess. I went there a few years ago, and you just like you know when you go to like a house party that's gone too long.
Yeah.
It's like 4 a.m.
That's not when Adam turns up.
Yeah. When I've got nothing else better to do, I'll just swing it and I go, this is shit. Yeah.
Oh, I can get in now.
Yeah.
No one's on the door now.
The door's on its hinges.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Hello, Adam's there before
Yeah.
Cronenberg.
That's exactly.
These are mine.
It's exactly what Argentina felt. You go to any bar or restaurant, they're like, we have like 19 bottles of wine for $3, and you're like, are you sure?
Like a closing
They're
down
like,
sale.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes, please, take it. I mean, I think one place just gave us every time we ordered a beer, they would just give us a bottle of wine.
When were you there? Is it still like that?
When it was 2018. Right,
I love that you were just like looking for a bargain. Is it still like that? We should get yeah.
Buy that statue now.
Yeah.
2018.
Guys, the boat is ready.
But I think that their economy collapsed in the early 2000s, wasn't it? Like it properly,
properly
yeah.
It's never recovered.
It never recovered.
It's never recovered.
They, listen to this. Like now, if this happened here, Ali, you'd be in trouble. Like basically, they just anyone who, if you had any money in a bank account, they just took it. Like so all your money be gone, Ali. All this TikTok money.
Yeah.
You wake up one day and you look at your bank account and all your TikTok money's gone. Like they just took everyone's money.
TikTok doesn't give you that much money. It gives you like 40 quid. Yeah. Ali still can't afford to iron or wash his clothes. Look at that. I mean, that used to be white. It's now like a solid grey. Yeah. Iron your clothes. Yeah. Anyway.
Great observation there, Adam.
Adam actually, to be fair to him, when I told him I was going full time, he was like, well, look, mate, now you've got this extra time. Can you please iron your clothes?
I do. It's like the minimum self-respect. Respect yourself. He doesn't do it.
Do you know, I hate ironing. Do you know what the worst? I used to work in pubs, right? And you know,
Shocker.
Guinness, Guinness has iron in it.
Yeah.
Right? And this used to drive me mad. If you ever go and work in an Irish pub without your t-shirt ironed, every fucker that walks in will go, oh, you should get yourself a pint of Guinness. Do you know what I mean? It's just so annoying.
Tell you what, the Irish sense of humour.
It's next level.
Unbeatable.
Legend.
Unbeatable.
I will tell you something though. I'll tell you something that's
pouring a pint.
Yeah, you got that. What's that underneath, Jack?
I'll tell you something that's quite funny that I was thinking about the other day, right? Because I was in Mexico, right? I guarantee if all the non-white people in the world got to vote every year on their favourite white people, I think Ireland would win it every year.
What, favourite white country? Like?
Yeah. I think our favourite white people.
And I think
it's not a tough race to win.
No,
I think we'd win it every. Like I was in a bar in Mexico City,
I agree
right?
with you. Yeah.
And
but it doesn't come from a place of respect. So it's just like.
It's more like Wigan. Yeah. I mean, we got more together than those guys.
It's more of like a cutesy thing. I think people just because everyone thinks who is it? The name of that comic, Mike Rice. He has a bit about like what everyone loves the Irish, and he goes because they assume that everyone's just like really happy and like,
No. The Irish Rebellion, where we were the first country to defeat the British Empire, that usually gets a bit of respect around the world.
It's sort of like letting your little brother win on purpose.
It's great to get rid of the
Yeah.
By the way, our country's still split into two. But we sorted them out.
Yeah, and you will need to get like elocution lessons because you can't speak fucking properly.
We inspired the underdog all across the world.
English person saying to him, "You're not saying empire correctly."
No, I think I'd agree with that 100%. Irish,
Generally, who else would be in the running?
Italians.
No. Swedish.
Italians
No.
Swedish?
Norwegian, maybe if they were well.
No, I tell you the reason why I won't be Norwegian or Swedish is because I think the world is too jealous of them having their shit together. Everyone goes, they've any of the Nordic countries.
Maybe Canadian.
Canadian. Friendly
maybe?
pushovers.
Yeah.
Or maybe too closely linked to
To America.
Scottish hate the British.
Yeah, Italians.
Although Italians don't like.
No.
Yeah, well, the Argentinians would like the Italian. The Argentinians are known as the Italians of South America, and everyone in South America hates the Argentinians because they think they're like the Italians. So therefore, I would say that Argentina or Italy wouldn't do well with the South American delegation. Then if you were to look at let's talk about
Yeah.
And we're trying to who is the
Are you running for mayor? What's going on?
We're obviously having a vote next week, and Jack has to prove next someone from Sweden.
And Italy has committed crimes in Africa historically, so the African delegation wouldn't have any time for
How long?
The African delegation, as if they're coming to vote in Eurovision style.
How long is the speech you've written?
Yeah. You've
I think
looked
we
into
should
this.
set this up, like, you know what I mean? Like, it could be.
That's my question to you.
Yeah.
Why would Asian people like Ireland?
That would be the continent where we struggle the most.
That wasn't on the syllabus.
No, we don't.
Do you know what?
We got him.
I reckon Asia would go for Britain because of the Premier League.
Weak.
I reckon Asia.
Be like now.
You challenged him.
Now, you found their Achilles heel.
We've done the electoral math. We can give it up.
Yeah.
If we sweep South America, we can give up most of it.
Oh my god. That was funny. That was great.
We got Africa, South America. You can have Asia. You can have Asia.
He'll be prepped for next time though.
There's quite a lot of people.
Yeah, he's gonna go do his homework.
There's no way the Chinese are voting for Ireland. You know,
Oh.
No.
Have we ever?
What do you reckon you guys would do if you found a spy balloon in Ireland? What would be the protocol, do you reckon?
Keep it up, tax it.
I would
think.
just leave it, yeah. What's it spying on? We're not doing anything.
That is
It's
the.
spying on a lot of Irish people going, you should drink a pint of Guinness.
Dude, someone would set up. Do you know what would happen? It would just become like a viewing place. Someone would set up a mobile chippy. You know.
That's what I was thinking.
Did you see the balloon? Come down, you see the balloon. Someone be selling T-shirts.
Somebody tries to monetize it.
€5. €5. 6 if you get a point at the same time.
Connected straight to China.
You know Ireland has not that long ago. Ireland had a couple of crying statues.
Come.
You know, like
Explain
from,
that.
the Virgin Mary, where the statue cried.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, someone told me what happened was. Someone told me once that what happened was it was a very bad summer. It was raining a lot, and one of the pubs didn't do very well. So someone in the pub took the eyes out of the statue and put an ice cube behind the eyes, and then put the eyes back in. And as the ice cube melted, the tears came. But they came from all over the world to see it.
What kind of statues are you talking about?
The Virgin Mary.
But like not a stone statue, just like a plastic one.
Yeah, I think the ice thing was.
I was imagining stone. I was imagining what you up to there, Michael? Nothing at all.
just looking at the eyes.
The statue's crying. Was that anything to do with when you were charming away?
These statues are in the middle of nowhere. Like, it'd be very easy to do. These statues are in the middle
Doing
of
our
nowhere.
eyelashes.
You know.
That's
That's
amazing.
a marketing tool you could do, a gig or something like that.
But you know, that could help solve racism. If you had...
Hang on, let's wind back. Let's wind back.
like-
How do we get to that?
If all the white countries, right, were genuinely
I think I
trying
want to be cut
to...
out of this bit.
We're trying to like win favour and appease themselves to the non-white countries, they might behave a bit betterly. See, the elocution fell down there. didn't
Better,
it?
yeah.
You could tell how nervous you were because you barely got the last word.
Yeah. So hang on, which non-white countries need to behave better, Jack? I just want.
Which white countries?
Just
white
that camera.
Well,
It's into camera too, if that's
so
all right.
what do you mean? No, so the white countries are still behaving
Superior,
very
yes,
badly
we get
to
that,
the
yeah.
non-white countries. So if there was a competition every year to vote, like, it might have some kind of...
But it's like Eurovision.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't actually affect.
So you think the crying Virgin Mary will make
Well,
them behave better?
well-
who's the coolest white country hosted?
Cool awards.
John Boyega. And
Well, the Eurovision has done wonders for gay rights in different countries in the European Union.
Good save. He's just
I-
randomly segued into I believe in gay
There were a load of
rights.
straight men who couldn't argue with it. They'd be like, okay,
I guess
but
so.
Am I wrong or am I right? Like, the Eurovision became a way for the more conservative, restrictive,
You've got
oppressive
PR training.
countries
That was a really
of,
masterful pivot.
of the European Union to really highlight their gay friendliness. And it's been very, very successful. Do you know what I mean? Actually, that's the example I will use when I pitch it in the presentation.
Very good.
Thanks for bringing that up, Annie.
Such a great way to start a sentence. I think this would solve racism. From a white man. Funny enough, a second, a white guy to think of it, as usual.
Oh yeah. Thank God.
Yeah. We must.
Don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah. We must stop having all the solutions all the time.
I know.
But hang the
So
fuck on
couldn't
here
do
now.
that.
Like, it's not as if Irish people were, you know, the white ones going around the world telling people what to fucking do.
Who was that then?
Never that
That
ambitious.
was
it?
the British.
Oh, was
They
it?
couldn't get
Oh.
themselves together.
Tried to.
They couldn't tell each other what to do.
Yeah, we haven't afforded any boats. We're buying a statue in Argentina.
Yeah,
instead.
yeah. We had a replica boat, but it didn't come through.
We don't rear ourselves with the ego out of control. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we've a bit.
You probably
more
wouldn't be as much as liked.
humility.
though.
Huh?
Humility.
If you had conquered everywhere else, that people wouldn't like you as much,
Yeah.
right?
But also,
You
he
were
says
saying.
humility when he earlier said that Barack Obama was Irish and he's theirs.
Yeah, what's wrong
And,
with that?
and he solved racism as
Yeah,
well.
then he solved
Oh, yeah.
racism.
That's a good one. We do need to solve racism. We can just put like a footnote to solve racism at the end of the podcast. I think great. Get a couple of statues in.
How-
It's our
Great.
regular section, how to solve racism.
I thought about it.
Famously, only white people discuss this.
So what other suggestions have you got, lads?
I like what we're calling
Oh,
it, white
jeez.
vision. What we calling it?
Yeah.
Whitewash, white.
Yeah,
What would you
Yeah.
call it?
Who's
White
the
tears,
answer?
crocodile.
Yeah, the white.
Wrong and white.
Yeah.
What did like
White Club.
Mr. Universe? It's kind of like
No, that wouldn't work 'cause you can't talk about White Club.
The
That's-
Empire
yeah,
White's
yeah.
back.
First rule.
Yeah.
the Empire. No,
White's back.
I was sold at White Club.
White Club, yeah.
The podcast is getting renamed. We'll have artwork.
Yeah,
and
It'll be
everything.
White
like
Club.
Oscars So White. It'll be like all the people deciding who's the coolest white people. You
Yeah.
look at the judges, load of white people.
50 Shades of White.
Actually, it's the English.
Yeah.
So well done. I think that's a good shout.
That was
And I
good.
look forward to seeing the full presentation.
Yeah.
full presentation.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
seen Jim Jeffries' bit on that of like how to help with racism?
No.
2 years a slave. You've not seen this?
Go on.
It's a
No,
YouTube
go on.
show.
Is that a new bit?
Where he's like, I was a few years ago, but it was saying like that's how we can help with all the racial relations. 2 years a slave. Each race has to be a slave for 2 years.
Just,
and he's like, the whites go first out of goodwill.
Like in chess.
And then it's about whether you do it, whether you're harsh on them, because if you're harsh on the Arabs, you know in a few years they're going to have you as their slave.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah.
Which would you rather? The white off or the 2 years a slave?
What if the loser of the White Off has to start?
Start with the slave, yeah.
There you go.
Ooh.
Incentive. Take it seriously.
That. There you have it.
Easy.
Done.
What race do you feel like, Adam? Do you feel Greek, Pakistani, white?
I feel British in the sense of like I don't have any other cultures, but then like when you meet like an actual British person who eats roast dinner every day for Sunday and stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm not actually like you. So
Yeah.
in a weird subclass. So
That's what it's like gigging when you start in London and then you go
Yeah.
out of London and they're proper English people.
oh yeah. I mean, it's not so bad outside of London. I kind of like that because you're the special one, isn't it? You know, you're kind of go, oh yeah, you're like the only one who's a bit different. But like without getting too serious about it, it's very much like you don't feel like it's a bit like, you know, if you're when you sound posh and then posh people go, he's not posh.
Yeah.
You go to your working class people, they go, well, you fucking sound like a posho.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit like you don't know where you sit. And it's like, I think a lot of people, they kind of go like, oh, some of my friends, they feel Jamaican, right? Because they've got Jamaican parents, but they go to Jamaica, they're like, I'm not Jamaican at all, actually.
Yeah.
That's
You
how
know,
I
but they
feel
also
about
don't feel,
Scotland.
but they don't feel like English, you know. So it's that weird thing. So I just say British, and that's how I identify. And I don't like. Sometimes people come to you and they start speaking in Greek, and like, oh yeah, I never learned it actually. Yeah, I'm a failure to you and my nan.
And
you
then
know?
they look at you like
yeah,
you're
what?
letting that culture down.
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
always really fun.
though,
But
like,
we are getting some statues, to be fair. So that's really got to like
who's getting statues?
the Greeks.
Are
yeah.
you?
No.
Oh, you're getting them back.
Failed bit.
Famously never had any before.
Yeah.
Seemingly that's back. That's back on the agenda now. Giving them back, isn't it? The
so
pantalons.
with
I
it-
don't think he's managing it.
No, with no, I am actually involved deeply within getting
Yeah.
the stones back for Athens. Yeah.
I heard that's back.
No,
in-
as a British person, I'm glad that we've got everything here. Like, it's nice. It's so convenient for me. Like, I just, you know,
To
I know it's
see
their
it.
stuff,
Yeah.
but you know, if we gave it back, you know, the Greeks would fuck up their own. Like, keep it here.
They'd sell it to the Chinese.
Someone
wouldn't
has
they?
to have it.
We're selling off all our football clubs, so
Yeah.
it all goes to the Middle East and,
You know.
and the Chinese.
What do you think? That Man United is going to be bought by Qatar?
Looking like it, isn't it? I mean, well, apparently there's a difference between that. It's not the Qatar state. It's like this, not Imam. What's it called? this dude who's worth something like
The Sheikh or
billion,
something.
An Emirati or
who's-
something. Or?
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
like not technically a runner of the state, but he must be. Obviously.
He's
But
part,
he's
yeah.
involved, he's looking like, which is really a shame. But then, the other option is like you've got Jim Ratcliffe, who is a rich man for Britain, but it would be very similar in terms of like owning the club, but sorting out debts and stuff like that,
Yeah.
not really being able to push it further and compete. Or like the alternative is trying to get some sort of American come in and do some sort of Super League. So it's a weird one to be in. But I'm going to Barcelona next week to watch Man United play them. So that'll be fun.
But Barcelona.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
nice.
couple gigs there. If you listen to this, you got many Spanish listeners, I bet.
Tons.
Yeah.
Tons
Yeah.
of them. In Barcelona.
All Spanish,
On
actually.
the 15th and 16th. No, yeah, 15th and 16th of February next week. You know, come to
Lovely.
the shows.
Nice.
Space Cowboy. We're out on the 15th, and then the Mint Bar on the 16th.
And you're going over to watch your dad going with you?
Yeah, man.
Oh, lovely.
I love those posts you do of like you and your dad going to the games. They're great.
Oh, yeah, he loves it. Oh, cheers, man.
Are you both?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
are you both? Are you both? It's always me liking. Are you both season creepy? Are you both season ticket holders?
Yeah. So since 2000.
Right.
Those clips are really like. Do you remember the ads? What's it like for MasterCard? Tickets to the game.
Oh yeah.
Scarf.
Priceless.
Match with your dad.
Yeah.
Priceless. So cheesy, isn't it?
Yeah.
She gets some sponsorship. Actually.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah,
ad. Like.
Quick note.
Yeah,
Yeah.
commercialise that relationship.
And have you been to the new camp before?
Yeah, once in 2019.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We got absolutely sent by Messi.
Oh, right.
But it was great. I mean, you're way up in the gods in that new camp.
Yeah.
It's cool. And they really don't like English fans. So loads of security with loads of machine guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, no friendliness, no joking, whatever. Dogs everywhere. Like, yeah, it's not a nice environment.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, they hate
Very
it.
hostile.
Generally abroad, I think English fans have
Bad.
a attitude like what's the word? The hooliganism, like.
Oh yeah, that's
Even
that's been
Man
earned,
United
hasn't it?
fans
Yeah,
to
well,
try to be in people's faces a bit.
Yeah, there's a bit of that, bit of intimidation stuff. But then it depends, because Barcelona was very much like that. But to be fair, I went to Atletico Madrid and they were okay, and then Real Sociedad in San Sebastian were lovely. But they've
Really?
also got a lovely lifetime.
I would have always thought that maybe the Man United fans would be a bit like Irish fans, like they just like the sing song and having the laugh.
Yeah,
Because there's a big Irish influence with Man United.
Northern Irish, George Best, Northern Irish people have this sport.
Liverpool.
Liverpool United, that's
Yeah.
true. But and then maybe a bit more of Irish, but I'm not as sure. But
Cause how is it when? Because is your dad from Manchester?
yeah.
Yeah. Has he got the accent?
No, he moved down age, so he was.
He had
born in
elocution
Sale.
lessons, I think, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
He did the elocution lesson.
Yeah.
An Irishman. Yeah, so I can't understand what he says now. But he was born in Sale,
Yeah.
lived there for a bit, then moved to Blackpool, and then came down to London. But he's been in London for like 50 years now.
Does he turn the accent on when he's around? Like.
Not really. There's some stuff that he'll say weirdly or like oddly compared to everything else he says. Like he says like use.
Yeah,
So he'll
use.
say
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Nutella
yeah.
or something like that. Even
Yeah.
though like everything else is like nuts. Like
Nutella.
Yeah, Nutella. And Muslim and stuff like that, which is just like out of nowhere from everything else.
As in the cereal or the people? Muslim or Muslim as in the
Or
When
Muslim
you're
or
on one of these fans.
Muslim.
Either way, he wasn't happy.
yeah.
But yes, he's completely lost the accent. But yeah, he's from Manchester, so that's how I know.
Yeah, because I always wondered that with Man United fans. Because the joke is always there's loads of London Man United
of
fans.
course.
And they'll all get, go on United. And like some guys from long sides like, what the fuck are you? Supporting Man United?
Yeah.
Well, that is it's funny because when you're talking about like being welcomed, like I find that because I feel very English, right? But I am half Scottish. I go up to Scotland. They love the way I look in Scotland.
Yeah.
This is it. This is one of us. This is a fantastic example of Scottish heritage.
Yeah.
And they go, hello, how are you doing? And I'm like, well, you fuck off, mate. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same in
Traitor.
Manchester, right? I go
Yeah.
up and obviously people are very friendly.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of that of
Yeah.
like fucking Cockney Reg. How dare you come up here? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny. And then the opposite fans will often like sing like, "We'll race you back to London at the end of the game."
Did it say? But there must be loads of Irish fans flying over every week too. I knew people in Ireland who had season tickets to Man United.
Yeah, I imagine, yeah. I mean,
You know.
there's a couple of Scottish guys who are next to us who every week pretty much they'd sell their ticket to someone else. We've always got like tourists next to us, and then everyone else is sort of fairly local, apart from one couple from Southampton who come up from Southampton.
Every week.
Oh, fucking
Wow.
Wow. Hey.
Wow.
Got to spend your money somehow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the season. I remember I worked in a bar in New York, and Man United were playing games in New York, and two fellas came into the bar from Manchester, and they go to every game.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
never. They didn't do anything else in life.
There was a documentary.
That was it.
That was
There
it.
a documentary
Yeah.
called
Oh, wow.
Man United: A Religion. Short one, it's like 30 minutes a few years ago. and they were following this dude, and he hadn't missed a game since 1976.
Jesus
Hadn't missed a
Christ.
game, home or away.
No wife, no kids,
Yeah.
divorced.
Yeah.
Literally, but like,
No.
that was what I was going into. And I followed a couple other people, and he was the most extreme, but he was now single. He had a wife, left him.
Of course,
And
of course you would.
But other people are like very strained, and some
Yeah.
people are like, you know, I've had to compromise. So like, I'll watch every game on TV.
Yeah.
I have to, but I will not maybe go to every game. You know.
Yes,
I can't understand that.
That level of commitment now.
Well, it's like an addiction, isn't it? Like, there was that guy who ate a fucking Big Mac every day for the last 25 years or something.
Really.
Yeah, and I just feel that's the same sort of disease, isn't it? With the
Not sure that it is now. To be honest with you.
you've got a compulsion to do the same thing again and again.
Going outside Burger King.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Burger King.
Like,
Fuck
I
off.
couldn't imagine them being at the same counselling session. Do you know what I mean? I've had a Big Mac
If
every day for the
anything,
last.
eating
and the guy,
that's more
oh,
healthy.
Don't talk to me. I've been to
That-
every Man United match since 1970.
That's more healthy, if anything. Healthy for your mind.
The Big
The
Mac.
burger guy,
is
yeah,
bad.
that's
Big
that's easier.
What was up with him?
He was just a weirdo like.
Well,
you.
I'll tell you an interesting.
Because you've had months like that, haven't you? But
Oh mate, no, I'm big on. They've got the loyalty app for McDonald's. Are we sponsored by McDonald's? Yeah.
I'll tell you a weird one. My dad was an undertaker, right? And he was telling me that he
I know
once
this bit. I love this bit.
he once buried a guy, right, who lived on his own. Old guy in the countryside lived on his own, and
dead, the guy was-
the guy was dead, right?
That was
but,
nice of him.
but seemingly the guy had been like a teenager during World War II, right? And he during World War II there was like shortage of everything. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of things you couldn't get, like food and different things, right? So the guy's house, my dad said when they went into the house, the guy's house was just full of unopened cigarette boxes and unopened coffee. And seemingly he just every time he went to buy cigarettes or coffee, he'd buy one for storage because his whole thing was if that happens again, I'm not going to run out of coffee or cigarettes. And they said his house was just full of cigarettes.
Did he make it
and
to
coffee.
2020? This guy? Did he make it for the pandemic?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I
would have fucking been on the
Yeah,
money.
but we didn't run out of stuff.
Huh?
We didn't run out
We ran
of
out of toilet paper, ran out of meat, eggs, all sorts of stuff,
It was
man.
so weird going to the supermarket. I got a big Sainsbury's near me, and like
Yeah.
looking at empty shelves. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah. That was those first 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, all the fucking supposed vegans,
I-
no milk
I
or
genuinely
meat anywhere.
think a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but a percentage of people hoard medication from the NHS. Like they get
Yeah.
prescriptions and they hoard it because one or two patients said to me once or twice they kind of let it slip. They were sort of like. People who kind of believe like the world's about to implode at any minute, like, and the whole society collapse, and to be kind of like, do you think I'll do all right with that? You know, there's like a black market for drugs because the whole infrastructure is
I
broken
mean,
down.
it's quite a long game, isn't it?
It's a long game.
Yeah.
Depending on everything into shit.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Because either you're right.
Yeah. And then I'm going to make at least 400 quid on these
yeah,
pills.
Yeah.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
But
Or
it-
just annoyed. Fucking society's still going in it.
Yeah.
What
But
a waste of time
Also,
that
the
was.
first fucking tough dude who finds you is going
Oh,
to
he's
beat
gonna
your
rob
ass.
you.
and
Yeah,
rob you.
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
You better start
Like,
doing
Yeah, like,
weights.
one each.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Bang.
It's like kids at Halloween parties. Like, just take one. You got like a
Yeah.
bowl of sweets. You just got to go ham fist in.
That was what was funny because I was in New York for the first 3 months of the pandemic and watching Manhattan people try and figure out a shelf because everyone's used to like ordering food and whatever, and people going in there being like, what goes with pasta?
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
let the person.
These people deserve to die,
Yeah,
man.
dude, I saw a woman walking
That's
out.
not a great platform to run on, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
related.
Christ.
But like, she walked out there with a giant box of it was Kraft macaroni, giant box, and I want to say 13 toilet rolls. And
That's a weird dinner.
that's what I was thinking.
I
Like,
bet you
what
she
was
was
your
eating the
plan?
toilet roll and she was wiping her ass with a macaroni as well.
100%.
Oh, God.
Strange.
Yeah, because
lost the plot.
it was wild because there was a rumor at one point they were going to close all the bridges into Manhattan.
Oh,
yeah,
oh, like
there's all
fucking
those
Gotham.
rumours.
Like
All those
Gotham.
rumours.
And that's-
Army again.
Oh, the army are getting
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really see though how people do just freak out.
Freak out.
Like, do you know what I mean? That they're just they're hanging on by a
Well,
thread to like
There
any
was
kind
that
of
certain
sanity.
cultures were laughing at white people during the pandemic with the toilet roll because everyone else was like just going, we have like, like in Asian cultures they have like bidets, bum guns, all those sort of things. They were going, we don't need to like wipe our asses with this weird paper. The fact that you do that, so it was kind of interesting to see the different cultures responded to different things, you know. But
Some
You-
people hasn't used toilet roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of weird using toilet roll.
hey, I got into it actually.
Yeah?
Fucking using a
Got
bidet
bum gun.
during bum gun. That's
That's a pleasure.
between me and my GP.
It's a club downstairs.
But yeah, no,
that's
actually the
another drag
pandemic
race.
converted me into using a bidet and fucking haven't gone back
Who
since.
converted you?
The pandemic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're like Steve.
Yeah. I needed assistance originally,
So
but
you
I
don't
can't.
have a bidet? What's it like then?
It's fucking clean, man.
Really?
Feel great.
So what happens? You just press the button and it goes up.
I think I could get into it.
It's
you know.
great.
I tried
You
to do.
can't
I
go
tried
back
to do a
to-
bit one time, right? I didn't
The
know.
bits he's not doing. The bits he is doing.
Oh my god.
Maybe a bit
Yeah.
too much.
Jack, you go hard in the paint, my guy.
I did this bit at an open mic gig to about 5 people. Now they actually thought it was
There was-
funny, but
there were
I was
3
just
by the
like, "This is too, this is too." So I said that the way we've evolved from sea creatures
Okay.
that we
Yes.
used to be in the sea,
Relatable stuff.
right? That we used to be in the sea, and I said that I believed that the way we go to the toilet hasn't evolved, and actually we're supposed to be shitting in the sea underwater, that we're not meant to be urinating or shitting on dry land. And
Is this before or after the statue that you do?
and then if you go out into the salt water and you take a shit, like toilet roll, we're not meant to be using toilet roll.
Anyway, he's ruined that family's holiday in Benidorm.
He was doing this at a resort.
We're not meant to be shitting on dry land.
You're the freaks. You lot. I'm doing what
Tell
God
us to stop crying. Tell us to stop crying.
He's in
I've seen
the
a man shit.
he's in the paddling pool going. Look, there wasn't the sea round. Why is the water going a different colour?
Daddy, what's the money? It's a big puddle. Leave me alone.
But can you imagine if that took off, like, and everyone
God.
started building little
I think you wanted to take off.
salt
That's like you
water
want this to
ponds
happen.
in their garden to shit in, like.
Is this how you genuinely feel though?
Because I think it makes sense, though. Do you know what I mean?
Shitting in
'Cause
water.
the salt would have an anti-septic kind of,
Yeah,
that's your hemorrhoids gone.
Sure,
That's your hemorrhoids gone.
I also thought,
Oh wow.
what was the joke bit in this? It's just you.
Yeah, because
Not being like, why, dude? We should be sharing some water. Why are you not laughing?
the reason why it's not a joke is that you have so much conviction. You believe his statement.
They were
Yeah,
laughing.
so laughing. Hey, that's not funny bit.
And there was a psychologist in the audience, and I said to her,
What a point.
I think the dry land, I think the dry land shitting is the root cause of everyone's frustrations.
Go on.
And she agreed with me. Now I did kind of force her into that answer, but
Oh wow.
yeah. But think about it, lads. Do you not think it makes sense?
You- He's really in on it.
I don't ever want to laugh at it.
Seriously.
Yeah. Serious point. Have you
like,
tried it? You should try it.
I'm afraid to try it. I'm
Oh,
afraid.
well,
I
you're
think it's
too-
something. I think
You're
it's something.
preaching too
If
much,
you do
you're not doing
once, you'd never be able to go back. Do you know? What I mean?
You're worried it'd be too good.
I
He's
think
worried
you'd
you
be
would enjoy
like,
it too much.
This is meant to be. Do you know what I mean? I did once piss in the sea, and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, well, but that's fine. But you need to go. You need to go to Margate and just take your pants down and just have this experience, Jack.
Brighton Fringe.
Oh yeah.
Bit of experimental.
Get the reviews in.
Probably get 4-star.
But do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Use a tide as your
Do you
own
know the
bum
way?
gun.
Like
Oh.
some women give birth in a bath.
Yes.
And then they sometimes they shit themselves during
You're
birth as
saying
well.
Having a shit.
It's same as giving birth. The same. It's the
Oh.
same. And why do they complain so much still?
Yeah.
You know, there's a comedian, I won't say his name, but he was telling me he used to go to this place in Angel where you can go and you lie.
Dave Anthony, in case anyone's wondering.
You lie in water in pitch dark for like 20 minutes or something to help you relax.
immersion banks. Yeah,
Yeah, have you done that?
They're great. Yeah, they're really
Have you
good.
done
Yeah,
that?
I've done them. Yeah, they're great. It's quite trippy.
What's the point of them?
It completely relaxes you. You get into. You start not hallucinating, but you start like having a quite like lucidy dream type things.
So describe it. Is it a bat?
It's like a.
Have you got the rubber duck in there? What's going on?
At what point do you shit?
No. The water's not. Actually,
Do you know what? Like,
the water is
imagine
solid.
I opened up one of these shitter things and it fucking took off.
I would love it.
I'll be happy.
You went
I'll be really happy to you.
because they look. It's like a little coffin, basically. If you went to like an immersion tank, and they open it up, and one's like, "What the fuck? Is that not what it's for?"
Yeah. Just had a shit in here.
It's set up in Vegas for hungover people. You know what I
I've
mean?
been sitting here for
I felt
hours.
very relaxed in there.
So go on, describe it like.
Yeah, so you just sort of get in his little, you get in his little pod. You shut the door, and you just like
You're submerged.
you submerge. It's pitch black.
Can your feet touch the ground?
No,
What?
it's salinated water, so it's like you're floating. You can't touch any of the sides, and it's kind of like
Jesus, you could drown though, could you?
yeah. I mean,
Is there any? Yeah. Are there any are they checking on you, making sure you don't have
you can like tap the thing.
And your feet aren't touching the ground.
no.
That sounds fucking scary.
You're like floating.
Are you? So you're not treading water. You're just doing that.
You're
thing.
floating. You're just floating like that, and you can't.
No.
and you can't feel anything. So that's why your mind starts to wander. 'Cause
my
you can't feel anything. You have
So
no
you
other
see,
sense.
it's like you're in space or
yeah, it's like
something.
you're in space. It's
How
exactly
long?
what it
How
feels-
long does it last?
feels like. Usually like a book an hour, I guess, something like that.
We should do that. That sounds quite
That's when
interesting.
live from the immersion tank. You should do
Yeah.
it. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Havin The Craic.
An hour of just.
Yeah.
The things he would say in that.
No sounds.
I mean, even John Dry landed his feet on the floor.
Yeah.
The thoughts I saw racism with the last episode.
Yeah.
Right, let's go for a few more things.
This is him with a filter. This is Jack with a filter.
Jeez, communism's fucked, isn't it?
And do you play music or anything?
You usually have like whale noisy type stuff. going on.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's the bit that concerns you. The whale noises.
But it's and did you feel like this is where I belong? We shouldn't have evolved to be.
I mean,
Grand.
I shut a lot.
Yeah, great,
yeah.
No, but you
I bet you wanted to. I bet you wanted to.
I mean, you feel super relaxed. To be honest,
Giving him the hard sell. You haven't opened your business yet.
Yeah.
You have been in an immersion tank.
You'd be a great laxative salesman.
Yeah.
Well, now you can.
How about living in a world without judgment? Where you can come down to Jack Heston's shitting pools.
What a load of shit.
Just off the A1.
Take a load off. Life's getting on top of you.
We'll be on
Take
the
a load
A1 as well.
off.
Just off the A1.
Doncaster. Around Doncaster.
Next to a Burger King.
You listen. You definitely get 6 months of novelty customers.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I mean?
This is going to be the first vertically integrated podcast in London. We're going to get our own sponsor. It's
Oh,
going to be
my
Jack's
God.
company.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
This is great, man.
Jesus.
That'll be good.
Oh, God.
I'm looking forward to it.
Why did you do that then? The submersion tank. What was the?
Just it's like a when I was like doing more like full-time advertising stuff. It was like they're really good for de-stressing you.
Yeah, see,
Right.
that's what I
Really
heard.
good for
Yeah,
just, like-
it's good for switching off, isn't it? You
Exactly.
stop thinking or.
Because you build up so much stuff. Well, we all know you build up so much stuff in your head of like, oh, this is stressing me out, da da da, and it levels it all.
So you're not thinking about that stuff that is stressing, though, are you? You're not just kind of going, oh,
Well,
no,
you
I'm thinking about
can't. You
it.
can't. You can't. You're floating
it
in
does something
water.
strange to your brain where like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't you can't see anything, you can't touch anything. You are literally like you're just like you ever heard the way people describe ayahuasca or DMT or anything like that? Where like you're
Too many
nothing.
people.
Yeah, you disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went
Something like
scuba
that.
dive once and I found it very
Yeah.
relaxing because you're the
Shitting,
main.
mate.
Sharks everywhere.
In the wetsuit, yeah.
Kind of, it's where your sense of space and time disappears.
And then you realise how fragile and
Insignificant.
constructed that all is.
Yeah, and how insignificant
That
you
we're
are.
all constantly like,
Oh, I don't know if I'd want
I
that.
was going to say,
That
what
would-
do you do to de-stress, Adam Kumas? Because
Oh, mate.
I imagine your de-stressing is just
Mate, I don't know if I
opening
can do
your
that.
social media and going, fuck that guy.
Oh God, yeah. Sometimes no. I actually I had a problem with social media. I had to remove it from my home screen, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because it was just like you'd compare yourself to other people and everything else. Shagging is really good, actually, as a de-stressor. Shagging, yeah, shagging's great. Yeah, feel good after a great shag. Sometimes I'm doing it, but either way.
Sexual satisfaction, that's another thing that
Yeah.
puts all those other problems away, after you've just had good sex.
I think. Oh,
That's true. Yeah.
do you know what? Some people do say though, like in order to de-stress, sometimes you just need something that takes your full mind. So whether it's judo or just something which is you're constantly you need full focus, full attention.
100%. Like sport is great for it. Like you just need to do something that you switch off. You stop thinking about, and you don't have any latent background thought.
yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
To be honest, well, exercise was always a big thing for me. Like I think when you're younger,
Was.
too, because my body isn't as good as it used to be. Like I got a lot of back injuries,
Oh, really?
but yeah.
From-
I ran marathons and did long
wow.
distance cycling and stuff.
TV, though,
3:34.
That's good. That's strong.
quick.
That's strong.
3:34.
But it's fucked you up now though.
Yeah, well, it's hard to know. I kind of you sort of blame the marathons, but actually, it's probably more bad posture and the fact that I'm looking at a computer all day.
Sit up straight.
But back pain is everyone has it as they get older. Like it really,
Just
everyone.
managing, isn't it?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff now to kind of manage it, but I
on
think
your core
I
and
think
stuff.
things. I sleep well. to be honest.
You're so big into.
Oh yeah, I'm a fucking.
Have
Yeah.
you given these guys?
I'm a sleep evangelicist. Like I really believe in it. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
how are you doing it?
There's but some bit.
What are you
like,
doing differently?
No, well, I just
Eyes open?
no, I just make sure I always get enough sleep. Like
He's always he's made sure he
I-
gets enough
I-
shit. There's
do you know what?
Nothing, nothing left in the tank.
I'm
1
a-
a.m. hits and he's just bored.
I'm a bad
Clever.
person when I'm tired. Like I have to.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to. Oh yeah. I'll tell you the worst thing I ever did. Like one time when I was very tired, I was shattered. I'd been all night at a party, and I was in university in Brighton, and I went to Gatwick to get a plane back to Ireland at Christmas. And this was before the online check-in. It was when you had to queue up to check in, right? And I got there, and it was the early 2000s, and I got there. And I was exhausted,
TV
right?
shows.
I was just exhausted, and I looked at the queue, and I was like, I'm not queuing. So I just walked up to the front of the queue, like I'm small, so I just kind of snuck up and stood at the front of the queue, and there was a woman with 2 teenage children behind me, and she started tipping me on the shoulder,
And you punched them both.
and I ignored it. I ignored the first one.
You just didn't.
I just kept ignoring it, and she kept tipping me, and then she goes, and then I turned around and she went, "Excuse me, you've skipped the queue, you can't do that." And I looked her dead in the eyes and I went, "Yes, I can, and there's nothing you can do about it." And I turned around. And the guy went like this.
Yeah.
The guy
I'd
went
vote
like
for
this.
you.
And I walked over, and I could see, like, behind, she was like, she wasn't finished, but her kids were like, "Mom, leave it."
To be fair, though, that is
was like, it's just because I was tired.
But the thing is, though, that's super badass. But actually, that's actually very reasonable. You didn't be like, "Oh, you stupid cow," whatever it is. You were just like, "I can," and there's.
Oh
nothing
yeah.
you can do
Like I
about it.
would.
There's a very thin social contract holding this whole thing.
Yeah, that is. I'm gonna
it's
fucking go full.
sociopathic. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna
it's
shit myself in
sociopathic,
front of
but
you if you don't.
I just was too tired. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like you know.
It's so funny because we talked about this. We have the exact opposite reactions of being in that state. Because I had a very similar situation. I was meant to go to a friend's. I was going to see a friend flying across America, and I went out for a few drinks with some mates, and I got late. I was late to the airport basically. The flight was at 7. I
Right.
got to Newark Airport in New Jersey at 6:50.
Oh no.
And I just ran to the front of the security and I said, "I need to make the plane. Can somebody please help?"
Yes.
And a very large woman
Yes.
stood up. Like she was speaking for the
So
whole. queue.
just a standard American, yeah.
Just an American lady.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
went, "You go right ahead, sweetheart."
Wow.
Oh,
She spoke
brilliant.
for the whole queue, and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. But the thing is,
That's the right way to do it. Like
yeah.
to be honest.
But also, even
He
just
didn't
even that.
need to make the plane. He was just tired. Hey everyone, I'm very sleepy today, so let me go ahead. You go ahead, sweetheart.
We are Irish, the superior race.
I know I'm your favourite.
Wow.
You've lost. Which airport was that in?
Gatwick.
You've lost the Gatwick delegation.
Oh, for
that's
sure,
the guy.
yeah.
They've gone.
But those are
They've
two
gone.
very
They're out
different
of it.
stories. That's very charming, though. That's almost like a Home Alone.
That's
Like, oh my God.
that's the end of
That's
a
nice.
rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing
I got
ending.
sat in,
Amazing.
I got in
Bumped
late.
you to
Like,
first class.
Would you like a cocktail, sweetheart? I was like, yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
Amazing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
would. Yes,
That's
please.
but that's because you've got quite a bit of warmth,
Doesn't
I
hurt.
think.
If you were
Yeah.
from Pakistan, they wouldn't have done that.
I think that.
When was this? Was this post
I need to
2001?
make the plane out. Security! Security!
Shoot him! We're getting you on a separate plane.
Sorry, you're trying to rush onto a plane with no luggage.
Just running like
Pretty
a madman.
suspicious.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Whereas I'm just like, "Oh, Paddington Bear needs to make it."
Oh, no good bother. Oh, darling, I've almost missed my bloody plane.
You granted it
Go
up.
right ahead, sweetheart.
Yeah,
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Ooh, too much facial hair on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at his little cherub face. How could he be a bother?
Oh, it's so true. That's great. That's so funny. I never thought about that.
What
Thank
airport?
God.
What airport was that?
Newark in New Jersey.
See, in America, you could do that.
Yeah,
You wouldn't get away with it in Gatwick. You would get a wall of silence.
you would.
You would get a
You would,
wall
yes.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
silence.
British people are miserable.
And
British
a
people-
couple of grumbles. He better,
that's not gonna
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
I should have got here earlier.
Yeah, that's so true.
We all have to follow the rules. You know what I mean? There's no excuses.
Someone in the queue goes, you go right ahead. Someone immediately, fuck off.
Yeah.
That happened to a friend of mine. It was in France at the Eurostar. Someone let someone in, and my friend was like, "Sorry, why is he speaking for the whole queue?"
Yeah.
Oh my
But then British people,
God.
we love the queue. So
Yeah, we
that's
love the
why
queue.
So heritage.
Well,
right?
do you know the
sanctity?
The craziest thing about British people loving the queue is I was at Glastonbury and there was a ice cream van and there was a massive queue. It was one of those really sunny days. Right? And there was this massive queue. I wasn't queuing, but there was a massive queue for this ice cream van. Like, it was huge. It was like 20, 30 people. And then I walked on about 10 minutes and there was another ice cream van with no queue. And I was just like, fucking hell, that's only in England. Do you know what I mean? That's not happening anywhere else.
Hang on, there's another ice cream van selling the same shit. But
Exact same fucking ice cream van.
But that's
one of them was selling Mandy behind the back.
there you go. Yeah. Theresa May. Yeah, can I get one of the flakes, please, mate? Yeah.
But it was, I think in any other country in the world, they would have come along and they were like, that's too long a queue for ice cream. And they would have kept walking.
Yeah.
And they would have seen that there was another one.
I don't know if that's strictly just British. That's the human mentality of, there must be something fucking special about that ice cream van. Like, you see it all the time in London with restaurants. There's always the one with the big fucking queue, like in Vietnamese food.
As well.
Yeah, and you just go.
There's a food market with no one there being served or whatever, then you think, oh, it must be shit.
Must be shit.
And
There's
then,
a
but then
queue.
what happens sometimes? Someone gets served, then someone goes behind them, another person go behind them, and then everyone's like, "Oh, go to that one," even though it's the same place.
Yeah, people. It's almost like a validation. Like, if people are queuing behind, you go, "Oh, that must be good because some people are
Quite a
queuing."
lot of the trendiest restaurants don't book because they like.
Oh, they like the
They like that, yeah.
The status.
Well, there is a thing with brands, isn't it? Well, you're in marketing, isn't it? That most of the reason why someone will buy a particular brand is because everybody else does.
Yeah.
Scarcity as well.
That's the biggest.
Yeah, you have to just
That's
try
the
and convince
biggest
people
thing. Like,
everyone's
if you
buying it,
ask them why did they buy something, it's like they mightn't say that, but like at a psychological level.
I'd say you mentioned. I just literally come straight from doing like a bunch of creative reviews today. The most brutal thing at the minute in the day job is when people go like, "Well, this script's really funny." And I'm looking at it going like, "You don't know what you're talking about." Like, so then he comes in, right, and there's like an umbrella, and it's not raining, but he's got one.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then you're like, "Oh,
kill me now."
That's comedy.
This is you becoming a comedy snob.
I think
Absolutely, 100%. Because
But you find that funny though?
No, but we become I never would
Be on
have.
air next week.
I never would have. But I told Tom before, like before I did comedy, if I was in a social situation and someone cracked a bad joke, I would laugh at it politely.
You would.
In the past, I would. I can't.
Oh my
now.
god,
I can't.
But that's
now.
not being a comedy snob. That's just being fake in the previous version, no?
No, I think it's just been.
I think it's a bit of both.
I think it was at some kind of subconscious level. I felt it was the right thing to do in the past, whereas now I'm sort of like, no. You got to earn your stripes.
Of course.
We'll work at the store.
100%.
We'll work at the store.
Yeah, that's it.
Mess them up. Can I give you a bit of tips on that?
The funny thing was, he was in a conversation with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Was this-
Oh, wow.
Just crossed arms, not laughing.
yeah.
It's not your best, is
Yeah.
it?
No, you've got to keep stony face. If someone's not making you laugh, just Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if
Listen.
listen, hang on, but hang on. Let's give you a bit of context, right? Imagine you flew to Spain to go to one of your best friend's wedding, right?
Yeah.
And the night before the wedding, you're in a bar and you're in the outside area of the hotel, and it's
This happened to you,
really
didn't
It's so
sunny,
specific. Yeah.
right? It's really sunny.
7 p.m.
It's really
Yeah.
sunny. You're looking out onto the beach. It's absolutely beautiful. You're having a couple of drinks, and someone else who's going to the wedding strolls up, and there's a group of about 5 or 6 of you, and they crack a bad joke. You're not laughing.
No, let him fucking sit in it.
I
You know what I mean?
Hang on, who's cracking the groom?
Oh, yeah,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like,
I don't know if I have the ability to fake
in that
laugh.
context, you have to. Like, but I find that hard. Like, a few times I've noticed myself. I've walked away going, like, about a half an hour later, I'm going to the toilet or something. I was like, "You prick," because I didn't laugh.
Oh wow, no, but that's good though.
No. To myself, because and that's from doing comedy. That happened.
Can you give
to
us
me.
a fake laugh? What was a fake laugh sound
No, I
like?
don't have a fake. No, but I don't even think I would have fake laugh in the past.
What you
I
do
think
is
I
you-
would have just had sympathy for the situation. Yeah.
It's called being a human, but yeah.
No, I don't.
Exactly. I think there's a big difference.
I've been dehumanized.
Oh no, I
There's a
don't like
difference
that.
between polite laughter and like the fake laughers, the people who give it the big one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
the Jimmy
yeah.
Kimmel style.
Oh,
People,
yeah.
you know, you
Jimmy
see them in
Fallon,
comedy
yeah.
where they're.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Fallon, sorry,
Fallon,
sorry, yeah. The
Get it right, mate.
who
What is
yeah,
it? It'll be on there one
It's,
day. you know.
it's
It's time to
what is
figure
it? It's like a
All the washed up
dominance
ones
tool,
go
isn't it,
there.
to say
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, Fallon, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like get the ex boyfriend's name wrong.
Yeah.
What's his name? Oh, Jim. Oh.
Well,
But anyway, those ones you get in comedy where people
Yeah.
mate! And they're just off onto another.
Yeah.
They're looking over the shoulder, giving you the big and like laughing at all your jokes and stuff. But it's all fake. I hate that. But the polite laugh, fine. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying you
that's
shouldn't
fine.
do it, I'm just saying,
what's
like,
that
it's
thing?
very
People to money like a honey, like a bee to honey. A rich man's joke is always funny.
There you go.
So it's a power kind of thing, like
Yeah, I wouldn't laugh at
That-
that either.
yeah.
a
That's not your
status.
best.
Is,
I think that is weird and disconcerting when everyone's been in those situations where like. Yeah.
Oh, if your boss
Yeah.
is cracking a joke and he's responsible for fucking promoting you, you laugh at the shitty joke. Yeah.
yeah. You're out
You
on
do.
a work do,
That
and
was
this
one-
guy's paying for everything.
When I
Yeah.
had my day job and it was like the fucking the boss would crack a couple of jokes. Fucking hell, man, he was probably the worst at cracking the jokes, and you just kind of go, and then towards the end when I started giving a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And towards the end of it, that was a fake laugh I just did. And then towards the end, I would just be like, give a shit, you don't give a shit.
A documentary of someone like that going and doing King Kong would be fucking amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like, but that's kind of what The Office was,
That's
wasn't
what
it?
British comedy. Yeah, it was.
That was what The Office
Oh,
was.
yeah,
That's
Brent,
what British
yeah.
comedy needs. British comedy. We've all done the gig where it's like, are you fucking funny? Because my mate Dave, he's fucking funny.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
What-
Better be fucking fat.
What British comedy needs is Dave
Yeah.
has to do 5 minutes.
Well, they do that at
Like
King
Dave's
Kong.
normally just there, kinda going-
They usually do that at King Kong. The person who's doing the most booing and jeering, they get up on stage,
Right.
Right.
which is very funny.
Well, I thought they did. I didn't realise it. I know they do it at King Kong where they get people off the stage, but it's normally like a comedian.
Yeah, no, they do that. But I've also seen, I've been there a couple of times where there's someone who's really, booing and cheering and shouting stuff out, and they've gone.
And
like,
normally they have
who,
Vada to
who,
go,
who has been, who keeps shouting that out, and the whole audience is pointing something, and they're like, they've got that person up on stage,
That's fine.
and it's been like before they even try and speak in the microphone,
I've seen-
everyone's
I've seen
going
them, yeah.
hysterical at them,
Yeah.
which is great crack, like
I need to bounce, guys.
Yeah, we're probably nearly
Wrap
done.
it up.
Are we?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no, we're at time. So it's been class. Quickly let the people know where they can find you.
Hollywood gigs. Check me out on social media. See the sketches. Got a big announcement coming up soon. So check
He needs followers, so please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
almost at the 1,000 mark, I
Give us a
think.
follow on YouTube. Yeah, give us a follow, bruv.
And
You can find me on all social media, Adam Kumas, Coumas. Just the same name on everything.
Make sure to message him after the show and let me know your thoughts.
he loves feedback.
Oh, yeah, no, I love feedback. I'm not going to say anything else. Yeah. If you have been in a previous relationship with me and you want to reach out, then fucking do that as well, I guess. Yeah.
Oh,
Appropriate.
Jesus
Very, very
Christ.
appropriate. I'm Thomas Henry Comedy on all platforms.
I'm comedian.jack.hester on Instagram.
This has been another episode of Tom and Jack having the crack. Cheers, lads.
Hey,
Take it easy.
see you
Thanks
later.
for John
having me.
for the ones and twos.
Hey!
That was a bit of a laugh, lads.
God.
Brilliant stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Don't know
We'll
if
be
it's
under the bus
watchable,
then.
but it was a laugh.
Who's going to mess it this time?
Oh, my God.
Tom and Jack having a crack. Tom and Jack having a crack.